Welcome to Gender Chronicles, where we take you through an excursion into the complex web of relations between the sexes, equipping you to navigate them with confidence and insight. Ladies, this one is for you. So listen carefully. Hear me and hear me well. They lied to you. They looked you in the eye, placed their hands on your shoulders like friends and lied. Told you that you were strong, that you were empowered, that you were independent, that you needed no man, no child, no home, no tenderness. They gave you textbooks filled with hollow theories of gender and shrines of career women who smiled like mannequins but cried into mirrors. They built you gods made of politics and dressed you in the uniforms of the indifferent. And when you followed them, yes, when you stepped off the cliff edge with the gusto of true believers, no one told you there was no net. No one whispered, "The blood in your body still sings with old music, the kind your great-grandmothers knew." You wake up now, at 53, knees aching, bones dry, a silence in your home like death whispering. No children's laughter, no husband's strong arm across the bed, just the antidepressants scattered like crumbs of broken dreams on the nightstand. And this is the triumph? Is this what you fought for? A battlefield of isolated, childless women, staring out condo windows with glassy eyes, mourning what you never dared admit you wanted? You were promised equality, but what you got was exchange. You gave up power of another kind. The power of softness, of intuition, of presence. The power to inspire loyalty, to be irreplaceable in a man's eyes, not by mimicry of masculinity, but by embracing the very thing he could never be. But you didn't just lose. You were robbed. Because this modern feminism was not a rebellion. It was a bait and switch. A project born in boardrooms, funded by bureaucrats, whispered through media with corporate tongues. The message was never liberation. It was assimilation. It was mass production of women as units of labor, interchangeable, sterile, neutered. They took the mystery of your womanhood and processed it through the machine of ideology. And what came out the other end? A generation of you who traded warmth for wages, motherhood for management, love for litigation. And you are tired. Look at the numbers. Look at the clinics. Look at the prescriptions. The data doesn't lie, though the headlines will try. Never before have so many of you been this medicated, this hollowed out, this stretched thin and soulless. Because to live against your nature, against the arc of your body, the gravity of your spirit, that is the surest path to despair. You weren't made for the cubicle. Not really. You weren't made to bark orders in sterile corridors. Not all of you, anyway. There is a part of you that still aches to be held, to be cherished, to create. Not just content or quarterly profits, but life. There is a part of you, ancient and soft, that remembers how to be a woman in the primal, aching, magnificent sense. But it was buried, under slogans, under shame, under the strange pressure to become poor, grotesque, distasteful copies of men, as though masculinity were the gold standard of existence, and femininity a flaw to be corrected. It's not a coincidence that now at the tail end of the arc, we see your rebellion. Not a political one, but a spiritual one. Some of you are stepping back from the brink, peeling off the mask. Some of you are speaking openly, and we should listen. I was lied to. I regret choosing career over children. I wish I had embraced my femininity while I still had time. Some of you say it too late, because what you bought can't be returned. There are no refunds for barren wombs or hearts that forgot how to be soft. The streets do not echo for the 50-something woman who once called herself a feminist icon, but now eats alone, the phone silent, the inbox cold. But others among you, others are waking up sooner, and to you I say, good. You feel something stirring in your chest? That's not weakness. That's the first breath of life after ideological asphyxiation. You miss feeling feminine? Praise that feeling. Chase it, dive headfirst into it, be women again. Not girl bosses, not birthing persons. Women, the poetry of creation, the song of vulnerability, the thunderous power of nurturing. There is virtue in this rediscovery. Not because men need it, though many of us are starving for it, but because you need it. Because femininity is not fragility. It is ferocity in a softer form. It is not submission. It is strategy. It is not oppression. It is sacred orientation. You were never less than for being female. You were more than the world ever let you believe. So let the new revolution begin. Not in courts or classrooms, but in kitchens and gardens, in bedrooms and lullabies. Come home to yourselves, not as servants, but as queens who remember your lineage. You can hear it in your footsteps now. The rise of women reclaiming your dresses, your curves, your perfume, your gentleness. You walk away from empty slogans and cold offices and say, no more. You are choosing motherhood again, not as default but as destiny. You are choosing to love men again, not as oppressors but as partners. You are choosing warmth over war. And for this, the culture mocks you, calls you tradwives, misogynists, internalized sexists. But let me tell you, what is truly radical in an age of postmodern confusion? A woman who dares to say, I love being a woman. You do not apologize for your desires. You do not hide your softness. You do not need to outperform men to feel valuable. You stand at the threshold of a forgotten temple, and you open the door again. What you find there is not weakness. It is strength so ancient that it frightens the world. You want a rebellion? This is it. Not in marches, but in the maternal. Not in quotas, but in quiet confidence. Not in identity, but in essence. Because your femininity never died. It was suppressed, starved, mocked. But it endured, like the seed that waits in the dirt, patient, unbending. And now the season has turned, and you are growing again. And the world, though it doesn't know it yet, is starving for your return. So ladies, what do you think? If you have found this monologue insightful, please leave us a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. Let us continue the conversation and change the world one video at a time. Thank you for watching.